Good. Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 3 for the month of August. Can you believe how fast it's going? Jesus. Next month, September. We're already in the second half of the year. Bonkers, bonkers, bonkers. Summer ending here, but I refuse to wear sleeves today because it's so hot. How is music for everybody? Do we have any questions? Do we have any comments? Do we have any concerns regarding this tune or any other? Or music in general? No? How are we feeling with this tune?
We could totally go over the lick again.
Let's learn some licks. Let's learn some beginner strum pattern. Let's learn some intermediate strum pattern. And let's learn the chords, because that's really the big kind of thing. So we'll just do a big bulk review since, might have missed some classes this week and stuff. But everybody got access to what they need, yeah? All the recordings and all the material and all of that stuff. Yeah. All right, sweet. Let's do it. Let's review the chords first. I think we'll start there. Let's start with the C minor. Cool. C minor. Let me just do a quick tuning party. Make sure we're all on the same page. You can do the same if you like. All right, quick review. We'll do C minor chord. And the way we want to play this is with our ring finger and our pinky. Then we do a B flat chord. 0, 2, 1, and 1. Remember, the key to your B flat chord is that you've got to take your pointer finger, put it on the first fret of the E string, and then buckle it down so that it's playing both the E and the A strings. Yeah. Cool. There's your B flat. And then we're going to go to an A flat, which is just a G chord. Shift it up a whole step. Instead of 0, 2, 3, 2, we're playing 0, 3, 4, 3. And then we go shift 2. There's our E flat chord. Let's try some whole notes just moving between those 2. 3, 4, 2, ready, B flat. 2, ready, A flat. 2, ready, and then E flat. 2, and ready, here we go. C minor. 2, and ready. 0, 2, 1, 1. 2, and ready, here we go. 2, and ready, E flat. Good. Let's go one more time through. Here we go. B flat. 0, 2, 1, and 1. Not 0, 3, 1, and 1. There you go. And then A flat, and then E flat. Here we go. Beautiful. All right, let's review our strum pattern. Sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 4 and down, up, down, up, down, up. 1 and 2 and. Now remember, the big thing about this tune is that you've got these split measures, right? You're gonna play C and then B flat, right? 1 and 2 switch right there. Just practice that switch. C minor to B flat. Yeah, 0, 0, 3, 3, 0, 2, 1, and 1. Good. Try to use just your middle finger. One thing you can notice is that your ring finger's on 3 here, Monique, and then your middle finger should be over 2 already. Just go ahead and drop it right on the C string, bar that pointer finger. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Let's try it again. 2, 3, 4, C minor, B flat. Again. And then 1 and 2 switch. So that's the key in this A section, or the beginning, the verse part, is that we're going to be switching chords in that split measure feel. The rest of the strum, right? And remember, if these chords are tough for you, or if you're not used to them, make sure you're putting a lot of work into transformation, into switching between these chords. 1, 2, C minor to B flat. Here we go. Let's try to finish the strum pattern. Switch A flat, E flat, A flat, E flat, right? We go 0, 3, or 0, 4, 5, 4 to 0, 3, 3, 1. 1 and 2 on the offbeat, or the up strum, is where you're gonna switch. All right, let's try it all together. 1, 2, C minor, B flat. Here we go. A flat, E flat. C minor, B flat, A flat, and then E flat. Right? C minor, B flat, A flat, and then E flat. Good. 1 and 2. Switch, and then A flat, E flat. And then let's finish on C minor. Nicely done. Okay, let's unmute for a sec. No criticisms here, but I am seeing a little bit of uncomfortability with the chords. Probably haven't wrapped your hands around them too much. Remember, if you want to learn this tune, we've got to get the left hand progression and the order of chords that we're switching between. Got to get that running like one, kind of singular movement, right? One connected routine. C minor, switching to the B flat, A flat, and then to the E flat. Finding all of these chord progressions that make up the tunes with our left hand, and then with the right, we just want to work that rhythm until it's feeling automatic. Then when we combine the two, hopefully we're connecting those two and we're feeling them move. Remember, there's 3 chord progressions in this tune, but really I consider this kind of a 2-part tune, right? It's like this verse section where you're moving back and forth between the chords faster, and then the longer, more drawn out kind of like bridges, the bridge and the chorus. To me, even though they're different chord progression, they feel the same, right? They're longer, more extended chords. You play the entire rhythm section or the rhythmic cycle inside of one chord before switching to the next, right? And so this is the one that I think, you're really trying to get locked down the most because it's most of the tune, right? Let's see if we can take a look at the overview. Wrong one. This is what we need. So remember, memorizing this chord progression, right? And then that split measure here, remember where it happens. 1 and 2 on that up strum of the and. That's where we're going to be switching chords from C minor to B flat. Same thing, A flat and then E flat. Make sense? Any questions? Okay, cool. Let's see if we can try that. A few rotations. I'll be singing the verse and then we'll get into what the chorus is, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, here we go. C minor, B flat. Beautiful. A flat, E flat. C minor, B flat. A flat, A flat. You were a phonograph, I was a kid. Sat with an ear close, just listening. Was there when the rain washed way down your face. Oh, you were a miracle, just holding your space. Okay, so from here we'd be going into the riff, but for now let's start to get into the bridge. And remember, each one of these chords, it's a lot easier to play this bridge section, a lot easier to play the chorus because we're playing the rhythmic cycle through one whole chord, right? We're not having to do that half switch. It's not moving quite as quickly. Let's try the bridge. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and through the corn. No, that's the wrong words. 2, 3, 4, through the grass. The corn crows come, E flat like rain. Back to B flat, they won't stay. They won't. C minor. And we'll go over G minor again. Too long. E flat now. They could be B flat. All that we C minor know. And then of love and all. And then we're back to the verse, which is switching a little faster between the chords. Make sense? Right? Really just one rhythm to know how to play. Obviously, if you're getting into the intermediate arrangement, it's kind of a modification on that rhythm, but really just one rhythm throughout the entire tune, and we've just got to really lock in these chords and then be able to move between them. Make sense? Just as a reminder too, this G minor chord, 0, 2, 3, and 1. It only shows up once in the tune, but it is a good chord shape to have your hands around. Now, one of the things you'll notice is that this is really closely related to the E flat. See if I play 0, 3, 3, and 1. And then my middle finger just drops a half step to 2. Then I get my G minor, right? So just moving back and forth between that G minor here, right? So make sure you're putting your fingers around these chords, and I would suggest this, especially if you're feeling a little bit behind. Try and run through the chord progressions like one time. Every single time you pick up your uke. See if you can pick up your uke 2 or 3 times a day. By the end of 3 or 4 days, if you're getting that frequent exposure, then these progressions don't feel as foreign. They don't feel like something that's impossible, right? And being able to add the right hand, obviously that's going to take a little bit more, but being able to hear these progressions and feel your way through them, that's one of the most important things we want to lock down with muscle memory. Make sense? All right, cool. Let's play up until the riff just to get ourselves warm. No, let's go over the riff because it is our intro as well, okay? Nope, we're not going to do it. We're going to try and play up into the riff just because I want to rotate one time through. So this intro riff here, remember team, this intro riff for the intermediate part, for the beginner part, is just going to be the chord progression. So we go, this intro riff here is just 2 rotations of the verse, okay? So we go C minor, B flat, A flat, and then E flat, and then we repeat, and then we're starting here on the downbeat into verse 1. Cool? So let's play verse 1. We'll get up to the riff, and then we'll review a little bit of that today. Guys ready? 1, 2. 1, 2, ready. We're just playing the C minor, B flat, A flat, E flat, C minor, E flat, A flat, E flat. Here we go. You were a phonograph, I was a kid. C minor, B flat, sat with an ear close. A flat, E flat, just listening. Was there when the rain tapped and laid down your face? Oh, you were a miracle. I was just holding your space. I'm gonna play the riff once. All right, so that is our riff section. What we want to do, we're pretty much holding a C minor chord the entire time we're playing this melody, except for this moment here. We play the C minor chord once as a down strum, and now I want you to put your pointer finger down 1st fret on the E string. And now try this with the right hand. See if you can play E, G, and then E. See, I'm playing the E string 1st fret, open G string with my thumb, pointer finger with the E string again. See if you can try that. Now, if your ring finger's on the 3rd fret, you're not going to hear that 1st fret there, so you've got to lift off the ring finger. But try to keep your pinky down from the C minor before. So this is just lifting the ring, pointer is on the 1st fret. Cool? So let's try strumming the C minor chord, put it on the 3rd fret, strum, and now play E, G, and E. Cool? Let's try one more time. C minor, strum, and then pointer finger 1st fret, and play E, G, E. Now we're going to play the rest of the melody, and the rest of the melody is super simple. It's all quarter notes, really easy to follow. 3rd fret E string, open C string, 3rd fret G string, back to open C string, and then 3rd fret, and then back to open. Cool? So after you've done that move, 3, open, 3, open C, 3rd fret, and back to open. Cool? Let's see if we can try it nice and slow. We strum our C minor chord, and then we do that triplet move. We play E, G, and E, and then we play 3rd fret C string, open C string, 3rd fret G string, open C string, 3rd fret C string, and off. Yeah, nice and slow. 1, 2, ready, and we strum. 1st fret, E, G, E, 3 C, open, 3rd fret G string, back to open C string, 3rd fret C string, and open C string. So really it's all on the C string, except for that one note that moves to the G string, okay? So it's 3, open, that's all on the C string, except for this note. That 3rd fret on the G string when we go up there, and then the rest of it is back to the C string, yeah? Here we go. 2, 3, strum the chord. Here we go. Strum, 1st fret, E, G, E. Now 3rd fret, C string, open, 3rd fret, G string, open C, 3rd fret C string, and then back to open. Yeah? Let's see if we can try it again. Strum. And then 1, 0, 1, and now 3, open C, 3rd fret G string, open C string, back to the 3rd fret, and back to open. Nice and slow. 2, 3, 4. We strum the C minor chord. 1st fret here, E, G, E, like that, and then 3rd fret C, open C, 3rd fret G, open C, 3rd fret, and then back to open. Yeah? Nice and slow. 2, 3, 4. And strum. 1st fret, 3rd fret, C string, open, G string, 3rd fret, back to open C, 3rd fret, and then off. Yeah? So remember, there's only one note that we're moving away from the C string after we've done that little triplet move, okay? So that's one way you can think about it, is that most of this movement happens on the C string. Let's try one more time. 2, 3, 4. We strum, 1st fret, E, G, E, 3rd fret, open, 3rd fret G string, back to open C, 3rd fret, and then back to open. Yeah, nice and slow. 2, 3, 4, and 3, open, 3rd fret G, back to open, 3rd fret, and then back open. Let's try in a loop. 3rd fret, open, 3rd fret G, back to open, back to 3rd fret, and open. One more time. 1st fret, 3rd fret, open, 3rd fret G, open, 3rd fret, and then open. Yeah? Now, if you've been playing it well, like kind of in those single notes, then the next move is to try and hold as much of this C minor as you can whenever you can. So that means here, I lift my ring finger, but as soon as I go to my 3 here, I try to put that C minor back on. Everybody see how I'm doing that? So here, I play that. When I'm open, I can go back to a C minor, and now I just lift my middle finger to go to the G string 3rd fret, back to the open C string, and then back to the 3rd fret there. Cool? Nice and slow. 2, 3, 4. We strum, 1st fret pointer, put all 3 down, 3rd fret, lift the middle, 3rd fret G string, back to the open C, and then 3rd fret, and then back open. Cool? Now, one of the fun things about moving into this intermediate, if you can get your left hand to play that melody that way, then actually it's easier to play the intermediate version. The intermediate version, instead of actually finding where the melody note is and having to be kind of particular about which string you play, you actually just strum, and then you kind of hear the melodic line there. So watch. So it actually becomes a little bit easier, even though we're playing a little bit more chord melody, we're playing like a little bit more of that solo style of playing, it still becomes a little bit easier because we don't have to be as accurate with where our thumb lies. We don't have to exactly find that melody note. We really just need to move between chord shapes. So everybody go to this chord shape, and then take off your middle finger, and then put it down on the G string 3rd fret, and then take it off, and then put it back on C, and then take it off, right? That's really how you play that melodic line, okay? So now, what we're gonna change when we play the melody is instead of doing this, it's a little easier to play because your left hand doesn't have to move as much. Try this. Play 1, 3, and then 1 on the E string. So I strum here, and then I play 1, 3, 1. See how I did that? Strum 1, 3, 1 on the E string. Strum here, and then play 1, 3, and 1 on that same string. Cool? So it's strum, ba, ba, ba. Now from here, what you're going to do is 0, 3, 3, 3, off, 0, 0, 3, 3, now 3, 0, 3, 3, and then off, and then back on, and then back off. Make sense? Yeah? We strum once on the C minor chord, 1, 3, 1, now strum 3, C string, open C string, 3rd fret G, back to open, 3rd fret, and then take it off. Nice and slow. 2, 3, let's put it into a loop, yeah? 1, 3, 1, strum 3, strum open, 3 G string, off, 3rd fret C, and then off. Now we strum the C minor, then we play 1 3 1, strum 3, strum open, 3rd fret G, and then off, and then 3rd fret C, and then back off. Do it again, 1 3 1, strum 3, open, 3rd fret G, off, 3rd fret C, and then off. One more time. Nice. Let's go 2 more times. Here we go. C minor, 1 3 1, 3rd fret, off, 3rd fret G, off, 3rd fret and off. C minor, 1 3 1, 3rd fret, off, 3rd fret G, off, 3rd fret C, and here, last time. Off, 3, off, 3, and off. Nicely done. I'm actually going to record a little. Let's go into Slack. Let's go ukulab live. And then let's go beginner, intermediate. Record a little. I'll try a few more rotations of that. Remember, when we're playing just the melodic line, we're going to strum. This is the beginner arrangement. We're going to strum through a C minor. Pointer finger down, we play E, G, and E. Pointer finger, thumb, and pointer finger. Now we're going to play 3rd fret C, off for open, 3rd fret G, back to open C, 3rd fret C, and off. We strum down here, E, G, E, 3rd fret C, off, 3rd fret, open C, 3rd fret, and off. And now if we want to strum all of this in the intermediate version, we're going to strum through C minor, and then we're going to play 1 3 1 right there, and then now we're going to strum 3rd fret on the C string, off, 3rd fret G string, off, 3rd fret C string, and off. We strum C minor, we play 1 3 1, strum 3, strum open, strum 3, strum open, strum 3, and strum open. Last time. Last time. And let's end here on 1. Of that. Cool. So we've got that in the Slack as well. Does anybody have any questions regarding that little riffy doodad? No. Feel good? Let's take a breather, team. I'm so thirsty. That's why. I just want to drink. How you doing, Monique? Hanging in there? Just absorbing. I love that. Yeah, that's good. You got any questions regarding that riff section or anything like that? Anything we've covered so far? I mean, like I said, the beginning might have felt a little rough because you didn't quite have that rhythm and those chord changes down. Those chords might have felt new, and so you were struggling with those changes. But I did like how you kind of omitted one thing. You took away the right hand. You were just trying to change the chords, kind of go along with the song, just so your ear starts to get accustomed to what it sounds like. Remember, being able to hear this song is one of the most important things we want to establish in the beginning. So even if you're not actively doing the technique on the ukulele, you can still be listening to the sound slice arrangement. You can still be hearing those chord switches when they're supposed to happen, kind of your body absorbing it and hearing it the right way before you actually start to incorporate the technique. Okay, so let's talk about where those riffs happen. Remember, those riffs happen in this tune. This intro riff is actually separate. Well, we played that as just the chord progression itself. So where these riffs happen is here. Riff 1, riff 2, it's kind of breaking those two sections up, and then it happens at the end. Riff 3 to the out. Okay, cool. So we're going to play verse 1, use that as a little kind of connector, and then we're going to play riff 2, which will take us not to another verse, but to the bridge. Does that make sense, team? I'll kind of play those transitions, and you can hear how that riff breaks apart. They go, swear I was in the back seat, just minding my own riff. And through the glass, the corn crows come like rain. Right? That's how that's the first, or that riff section taking you into the bridge. Does that make sense? Yeah? The first time you do it, it takes you from one verse into the next, and then the second time you do it, it takes you from one verse into the bridge. Does that make sense, everybody? Make sense the reason that we're doing that little riff section? Okay, cool. Let's get into some of the intermediate part. Remember, we're not really changing much with the rhythm, right? All we're doing is taking the first beat, instead of playing it as a down strum, we're picking the C string. So instead of this, it sounds more like this. All right, so now let's take that, let's break this down just a little bit more. So what we want to do is just try this. Play 1, 2, with your right hand. Down, up, okay? And now what I want you to play is C, up, down, up. Instead of down, up. You play C, up, down, up. Yeah, give it a try. C, up, down, up. Ready, C, up, down, up. 2 more times. Last time. Okay, let's see if we can finish out the rhythm, which is C, up, down, down, up, C, up, down. Now you might have noticed is that after this up strum, you've pretty quickly got to play the C string right away. So remember, as far as you take this, you're actually going to make that distance be how far you need to travel to the C string. So if you can make your up strum right here, keep that distance between the C string and the thumb, then what happens is that your body can memorize that muscle memory a little faster, right? You really don't want this big up strum where you're coming up way outside the body. You want to be nice and close whenever you're doing these mixed technique rhythms, right? Which is strumming and picking it. 2, 3, 4, C, up, down, up, 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 down. Now, if you're ready for it, go ahead and add the chords C minor, B flat, A flat, and then E flat. And remember, what you have to do is catch it on that up strum in the middle of the measure. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, here we go. C minor, B flat, A flat, E flat, C minor, E flat, A flat, and E flat. Nice. Keep going. Ready. Time has a way of throwing it all in your face. So past she's haunted, the future is laced. Heartbreaking, no drives a big black car. Swear I was in the backseat, just minding my own. And let's end it here on C minor. Cool? So that's really the only difference between the rhythm when you're moving from the beginner to the intermediate portion. Your switches are still happening, and I would say this is that the verse section is still where you're going to put the most work in, right? Because playing that rhythm, not that challenging. Most of these chord shapes, not that challenging. Maybe a couple, like the bar chords, you know, the finding the A flat, which is like a different position G. Those chords might feel awkward at first, but they're not physically that difficult to play. So the challenge really is being able to get that switch, being able to move between these chords faster and more fluidly so that you can start to hear this verse starting to come out. Obviously the riff section, it's kind of its own thing, and you're going to be working on being able to play it. But otherwise, that's pretty much, it's straightforward, right? And then when we get into the bridges in the chorus section, then all we're really doing is just playing that picking pattern, but we're not having to switch chords quickly. We're just hanging on one chord, maybe staying on that chord or switching to a new one. But the bridge and the chorus, you can treat those as the little bit easier of the section. Cool. So we'll go from there. Let's play that bridge together, just so we can kind of hear it. A few rotations. This one, it's kind of a weird 10 measure chord progression. I really like the way this this bridge sounds. So let's give it a try. 1, 2, ready, bridge. Here we go. Through the grass, the corn crows come like rain. They won't stay. They won't. C minor, stay. G minor for too long now. E flat, this could be all that we see. C minor, no, to F, love and no. And let's go verse 3. Here we go. Well, you were a dancer, I was a rag. C minor, B flat, and A flat to E flat. Hope was a letter I never could send. Oh, love was a country we couldn't defend. Now here between verse 3 and chorus, you guys notice that we're showing the intro riff one more time. Remember, the intro riff is just one rotation, and that's probably the last thing we'll get into with the intermediate part is how to play that intro riff a little bit differently, okay? But here, intro riff basically means we're going to be going through the chord progression for the verse twice, and then we get into our chorus. So let's try that. We just finished Love Was a Country We Couldn't Defend, and we're going to play 2 rotations. 2, 3, C minor, B flat, A flat, E flat, and one more time. C minor, B flat, A flat, and then E flat. And let's go to the chorus. Here we go. Through the car, A flat, we watch them E flat go. Round, B flat, and round. Say again?
We didn't do the chorus.
Can you guys see those chord names there? Can we just sight read it?
We haven't gone over A, B.
A flat? Yeah, we have.
Oh, okay.
It's the third chord in the verse, right? Right? Yeah, third chord in the verse. It's that G shape. 0, 2, 3, 2, but 0, 3, 4, 3. Yeah? Nice and slow. 1, 2, ready, and through the car. A flat, vol. We watched E flat, them go. Round and B flat. And repeat. All we knew, A flat, low, was just a sun. E flat and some cloud. Just hang on the B flat. Oh, oh, oh. And then you're back into verse 4 for Well You Were a Magazine. Cool? So here is the chorus. And yeah, even if we didn't go over it, it's pretty straightforward. It's just that set of chords, right? It's B flat to A flat to E flat and then B flat. And what you'll see is that you actually repeat through this. So you come through once, you start over at the beginning, and this isn't really a second ending. You know, sometimes when you see things with parentheses, this is more like you play it once, you play it twice, and then on the second one, you play 2 measures of B flat in a row. Make sense? Yeah? Let's see if we can try that chorus. 1, 2, ready, and through the carnival, watch them go round and round. All repeat, the new A flat was low, was just the sunset and some cloud. Oh, 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 you were a dancer and I was a rag. Make sense? Cool. That's what I was saying. The bridge and the chorus, they're like the more straightforward parts of this tune. All you're doing is playing a cycle of the rhythm per chord that's listed there, and you just kind of read through on that one. Does that make sense? Yeah? Team? Okay, so riff section, verse section, chorus section, bridge section, right? Those are the ones that we really need to know how to play. And for the beginner part, next week we'll go over how to make this intro riff, you know, what you play at the very beginning of the tune, and then you play kind of midway through the tune before you go to the chorus. Those 2 intro riffs, we'll talk about how to make those a little bit more interesting in the intermediate parts. But for now, what I'd really like, by the time we meet next week for our last week, just locking in each of the progressions, right? Each of the progressions. And I'm going to say this, but I don't want it to feel like a criticism, Marie. Even though we didn't go over the chord progression for the bridge, it's written down, and and I had said last week that the rhythm didn't change. So I would say this is that if you want to kind of have the formula of the tune down, then it's really just memorizing each one of the progressions. Now, sometimes in tunes, that's just one. It's just one progression, right, through the whole song. That's always nice. A lot of times it's 2, a verse progression and then a chorus. And then if it's 3, that just means there's another section. There's a bridge section. So if the job is to learn 1 chord progression, we should lock that down in week 1. But if the job is to memorize 3 chord progressions, then we should also lock that in week 1. You know what I mean? It's like, it's one of those things. It's just the number of progressions that we need to know for the actual tune itself. like I said, I hope that doesn't feel like a criticism. It's more just like the formula that we want to, I like to think of it as like the template. We want a template of how we learn a piece of repertoire whenever we approach something new. We want to learn what is the rhythm or rhythms if there are multiple, and then what are the chord progressions. Because remember, even if there's a riff section, if there's some fancy doodah, those are like 5% of the song usually. Those are less than 1% of the song sometimes. The majority of what we're doing is moving through the picking pattern or the strum pattern. We're moving through that repeatedly throughout the whole tune, and we're just switching between chord progressions. We're going from the verse chord progression, we might be moving into a chorus chord progression, but that's it. That's our only job for like 99% of most songs. And so if we know that's our job, that's what we really want to establish right in the beginning. Even if we don't cover it in class, you can always look forward to the next one, right? The chorus didn't have any new chords that got thrown in, but it is a new section, so we want to approach it in the exact same way we learned the verse or we learned the bridge. Does that make sense? Yeah, remember, establishing templates. Think about how I approach a new tune and say to myself, what is the pertinent information? Is like, what are the cliff notes? What is the essence? What is the outline? If we can get down to those bare bones and say that is our job in week 1, then we're established. We're like, okay, cool. We can flow through most of this tune in that first week. Maybe we're locking it in the second week, and then we can start to add all of the other layers, like being able to sing and play, any little riff sections we want to know. Maybe we want to throw in an inversion of a chord, something fancy. All of those things get added on top. But if we don't have that like base like cake that we've baked, right, then we can't really decorate anything. We can't really put all of those sprinkles on top. I'm hungry, obviously, if it's the food metaphor is starting to make sense in my brain. Does that make sense? Yeah? Cool. Awesome. It was great to see you all. We'll see you guys next week for week 4. Yeah, and let me know if you have any questions via Slack, okay? Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.